Nikki, one of the sort of unwritten rules, and in fact sometimes it's even written, of investing is never to buy airline stocks. They always lose money. That's not been true in the last few months, actually. There's been a surprising upturn in airline stocks globally. What exactly is going on?
Well, as you say, that's Warren Buffett's advice, famously made. And yes, it has been completely the other way around since about mid-December through to mid-March. And there was an enormous surge in airline stocks worldwide. I mean, if you take a global index, it's up by at least a fifth over that period, which is a lot for a few short months.
Absolutely. That's outperforming, I think, the markets more widely.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been some of the best performers.
What's lying behind it?
Well, they are very cyclical. You've had fuel prices high, and I think the general expectation is that they won't go any higher. They may not come down very quickly. In certain regions like Europe, you've had capacity coming out of the market as flag carriers restructure. You've got a growing number of low-cost carriers who aren't burdened by some of the problems that have traditionally dogged the sector in terms of labour relations, very political interference and so on. So all that seems to have sort of driven this sudden revival. However, and there is always a however with airline stocks, they have come back quite sharply, nothing like the same extent, in the past few weeks, and that is put down to a variety of factors. Partly some weak trading statements from the likes of Delta, US Airways in the US, and partly to worries in Asia over bird flu and Korea.
Now, airlines, one has this image of them as sort of being the instruments that connect the world globally, and that they're sort of a key part of globalization. In fact, it's a very segmented industry, very unstructured. There's a lot of protectionism in the industry. It has huge issues that have held it back as an investment over a long period of time. Those still exist, obviously.
They do, but I would argue that, and I completely agree with you, that it's fragmented. I mean, what the beat that the European industry marches to compared to the beat in the Asia in the US is very different, and regulations can be different. Fuel is obviously a common problem, but labour relations, the degree of low-cost carrier competition is different. I mean, there are big regional differences. But yes, you shouldn't ignore the problems that it has structurally, which is, as you rightly say, political interference, a limitation on ownership stakes, consolidation.
So the moral of the story over the last 3 or 4 months has been that if you owned airline stocks, you made lots of money for a change. Nikki, thanks.